Hello, and welcome to the Carlin Thatcher podcast. Thousands of messages about when it's going to come on. So, putting it together now, and basically what I want to do is, acknowledge that, we've been an online presence for a long time, and the world's changing, things are changing. So, it's really now time to maybe let people know a few stories from my own mouth. The first one I'm going to tell, hopefully not too long, but first one I'm going to tell is about a lad that was on our youth firm called Jimmy Two Teabags. Now the reason he was called Two Teabags, the real reason was because basically all the youth soldiers that we've got, they drink tea. They drink a lot of tea. Now you wouldn't think like why do young people like drink loads of tea, but they're like 40-year-old men, these lot, and they drink a lot of tea. Anyway, this Jimmy, he always just had 2 tea bags in his tea for some reason, for whatever reason it was. So that was his nickname. Anyway, one night we were at a little party, just like we always do. It was at one of the dinner halls. It's more like one of the supper clubs. This was about 2 years ago, and I can't remember what the reason was, but we were having a nice party there, all dressed up. Everybody was dressed up, suits, the lot, and we were there. I was there. Obviously, this Jimmy was there. We had another mate and bars. More like a mate of Jimmy's, but one of the lads called Arthur Black. He was there, and a few others as well. So basically, what happened is we were all a bit drunk, and I went to Arthur Black. I just go to him, and out of the blue, I said, guess what? And he says, what's that? I says, do you know what? The real reason why Jimmy is called Two Teabags is because he likes doing teabags, as in like gay teabagging. Now, Arthur knows that that's not the case because he's grown up. He's literally grown up with Jimmy. They were the same age. I'm on a different sort of rank, really, but I'm a similar age. Well, I'm actually younger than both of them, but they were both about 24, 25, and they'd grown up with each other from the very start. They came in with, I think Arthur was found roaming the streets or something like that, and they brought him in, and that's how he got with us. And then I think Jimmy was something similar. I don't even know how, but he'd been around. They've been around since the age of about 10 years old in the firm, so they've been around a long time. They've grown up together, basically, right? So anyway, I was saying to him, his actual reason why he's got the name Two Teabags is because he likes teabagging men. And Jimmy was like, what are you talking about? It's just because of the two. No, it's because of the 2 teabag thing. I said, no, it's not. No, trust me, it's not. It's not. And I was basically just saying to him, look, this is the truth. And obviously, me being me, he had to sort of go along with it to an extent. And it was, oh, right, I see. So I said, so what are you going to do about it then? What, you going to have a fucking homosexual in your crew, are ya? Are you a little fag boy crew now, are ya? Or something like that. So I was winding him up, basically, we were all drunk, I was drunk, everybody was drunk. Things get very, very lively at these parties, when we have a party. So yeah, the truth is, so that's how it was. And then I said, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do to him? What's going to happen then? And then basically it escalated really quickly, and I can't really explain to you why exactly it did, but it escalated. It was like who was going to blink first sort of thing. So I said, he said, yeah. Well, I said, no, so he's got to be taken out then, basically, is what we were saying. You know what I mean? And he said, yeah, I suppose so. And I says, yeah, all right, bring him to the office after the party in about an hour, because the party's usually finished at about 4 o'clock. It was about 3 now. And I said, bring him into our office, into the office in the back. um, in and out after the party. So it went on, and I walked off, and said, and that was it. And then after I carried on partying with Jimmy, and they were together. They were partying, whatever, and I was watching to see Arthur's reaction. I had eyes everywhere in there watching Arthur's reaction. Got to the end of the night, Arthur, as discussed, brought into the office, which we had in the back. I was sat down. I said, good to see you both. I said, you're right, Jimmy. He was drunk, really, really drunk by this point, Jimmy. You know, he just thought he was coming in the office for a few lines of coke or something like that, or just an after party, like. But no, I said, I gestured to Arthur, come over to the office, to the desk. I opened a drawer, and in there was a little 9mm, just a 9mm, like nice little clean 9mm. You know, I didn't even say nothing to Arthur. I didn't say nothing at all. You know, at this point, Jimmy, 2 tea bags was. He actually asked for a cup of tea, believe it or not. Crazy thing, he actually said, "You got a cup of tea?" That's what these boys are like. Even though when they're drunk, they're drinking tea. I said there was another couple of our lads in there as well that were with us, younger lads. They were just in there, just for bodies, really. I said to one of them, I might go make 2 tea bags, a cup of tea, 2 tea bags, yeah, and we all had a laugh. Anyway, at that point, Arthur pulled the gun out of the drawer, shot Jimmy in the head twice, and then Jimmy collapsed to the floor. And that was it. And that was at the end of that one. And I said, I said to Arthur, I said, I don't know what to say, mate. And he said to me, why did you make me do that? And I goes, I didn't, you did it. And then I just, he walked out of the office, and that was the end of that for then. I said, I got a strange feeling from him at that point. I thought, alright, I've pushed him too far here. He's just murdered his childhood friend for no reason, basically. Like, it just got out of hand because, you know, I pushed it that far, and now I'm thinking, fucking hell, he's liable to go off the reservation or go nuts at me. So I said, I actually called Eddie Knight at the time, was handling everything left, right and centre then, and I said to him that I told him the situation, basically. I told him the exact situation. He wasn't bothered about it. He says, yeah, alright. And I said, yeah, he's by now Arthur was on his way back home. I said, yeah, he's just left the supper club. So anyway, they obviously found him because he's with a couple of other lads being driven home, and arrives back at his apartment, gets out of his car, and Eddie's got 2 blokes there. Obviously Arthur's you know, I don't really know what Arthur would have been like at the time, but yeah, he didn't last long. As soon as that, he got home, he was shot, wrapped up, disposed of, taken away, and that was the end of that one. So an absolutely unbelievable story, an unbelievably strange story that I can't believe, you know, it's ended up in 2 men dead over a joke that got pushed too far, because that's the sort of people that they are. We all are on this estate here, and these sort of things happen. So I hope you enjoyed this story. This is just one of many, as you can imagine, but one I've never really talked about before. This was 2 years ago. This just didn't get talked about. You know what I mean? There's other things being talked about. So this was just one you wouldn't believe. If I talked about everything, it would be too much. So I'll be back with another story soon. So see you later.